Most of the companies shortlist a handful of candidates from a pool of applications through an initial phone interview, followed by a second round video interview, or maybe straight away a final round of in-person interview. The overall recruiting process might look demanding and time consuming, but the truth is, every round of interviews gives you clarity about the job and brings you one step closer to getting the offer. It also saves a lot of your valuable time and energy, because an initial phone interview is the key to clarify most of your questions beforehand, as you get a lot of intel about the job and the company, which in fact helps you prepare better for the second round interview. In some cases, due to the initial phone screening, you are saved from traveling back and forth to the interview venue, or interviewing for a job you are overqualified or maybe underqualified. On the other hand, the employer also saves a lot of their time and resources by eliminating a good number of applications by an initial phone screen. Let's say if there is a pool of 50 applications for a job, then it will be very tedious for the hiring team to invite all the 50 candidates for an in-person interview or conduct an hour-long video interview. So instead, they decide to do a 30-minute phone screen for the top 20 to 25 candidates based on their relevant skills, experience, education, and accomplishments mentioned in their resume, and then invite the best 5 to 10 candidates for an in-person interview, or maybe narrow it down further by conducting a second round video interview in between. So in today's video, I will share 5 phone interview tips to ace your initial interview rounds. So without any further ado, let's begin. Number 1. Do your research. First things first, no matter what is the mode of interview, phone, video, or in person, you should always do your research about the company, the job, and the manager who is about to call you. Visit the company website and its social media pages. Make notes about their latest products, recent accomplishments, or milestones achieved, and talk about it during the interview at the right time when needed. Read and understand the job description completely, and if you have any questions, then keep them ready. Visit the manager's LinkedIn profile and get to know him on a professional level. If possible, practice the frequently asked questions with a close friend or a family member. Record those phone calls, listen to them, find out flaws, and then practice again. If you have done your homework, then it will help you stand out from the rest of the candidates, and by end of the call, the manager will have an understanding that you are proactive and are serious about the job. It will also help him decide whether to invite you for an in-person interview or cross your name off the list based on the other aspects of the phone call. Number 2. Find a good location. Most of the time, you will get at least a couple of days prior notice for the phone interview. If your phone interview is scheduled on a short notice and you know that you won't be in a quiet place during that point in time, then please either request a different time slot or change your schedule. Never do a phone interview while you are traveling, shopping, or while your family is watching television in the same room. Make sure you choose a quiet place with a good phone network and no interruption or background noises. So plan everything and make arrangements accordingly. Or else it will be very frustrating for the interviewer if he gets to hear the background noises throughout the conversation, which tells him that you are not serious about the job. Number 3. Cheat sheet. My favorite part about a phone interview. One of the biggest advantages of a phone interview is that you can cheat, but you must do it smartly. For someone who has attended a lot of interviews might not even need it at all, but it might be extremely helpful for a recent college graduate, or someone who gets nervous while interviewing and tends to forget things easily, or for someone who didn't get enough time to prepare for this interview. Spread across these cheat sheets on a table, like your resume, specific notes on questions you know you will be asked, key points about the company and the job, an elevator pitch about yourself, questions that you have for the interviewer, a notepad to take notes, key points about your projects or internships, etc. Make sure to read all your cheat sheets a couple of times before the interview and arrange them strategically so that when you are referring to these notes, the interviewer does not feel that you are turning on pages one by one and reading out something from a notebook. Remember one thing. The purpose of using a cheat sheet is not to talk about skills or experiences which you are completely unaware of or never used it before. Rather, cheat sheets should be used to refer to key notes which you think you might forget to ask or mention during the interview. Number 4. Maintain a positive energy and a conversational tone throughout the interview. Few drawbacks of a phone interview are that the manager is not able to see how genuine your smile is, how confident and positive your body language is, or how well groomed and professional you look. though he might get some indications on these aspects while talking to you. But the majority of things will be decided on how well you talk and convey your enthusiasm and professionalism using your voice. Be ready for the phone call at least 10 to 15 minutes in advance. When the manager calls, don't start introducing yourself right away. Rather, the first thing to do is to let him know that you were expecting the call and thank the manager for taking the time out of his schedule to call you. You can begin with, "Thank you for taking the time to talk with me today. I was looking forward to this call." Start with a positive, energetic, and conversational tone and maintain the same tone throughout the interview. Be calm and composed. Also bring some variations in speech whenever needed. By doing so, you will be able to build a connection with the interviewer and he will get to know how interested and prepared you are for the job. The worst thing that can happen in a phone interview is the interviewer getting bored with a dull and sloppy conversation. So always remember, don't talk like a robot. Don't talk too slow nor scream over the phone. Don't ramble. Don't interrupt the manager. Don't take too much time thinking about an answer. Neither give just one-line answers nor narrate your answers beyond what is asked. Rather, listen to the questions carefully and be specific while answering each question. Your answers must be short and precise. Unlike other formats of an interview, the average time of a phone interview is 30 to 40 minutes. The manager will have a limited number of questions to ask in that time frame, so you must know where to stop and where to explain briefly. Number 5. Take notes and ask relevant questions. Take as many notes as possible on all the critical pieces of information about the company, the job, the overall hiring process, etc. And don't forget to ask questions which you have prepared for this role. As I mentioned earlier, phone interviews are usually short, and you might not get ample time to ask all your questions. So jot down a few relevant and important questions that will help you understand the job better. Towards the end of the call, ask about the next steps of the process so that you start your preparation for the next round. These are the 5 simple things you should keep in mind before attending any phone interview. I hope you got some insight from this video. If you liked it, then please hit the like button and consider subscribing to this channel to get notified when I upload a new one. So until then, goodbye and see you guys next week.